All right, guys, so we're going to look at a couple of concepts that can really help you make your X guard more successful. So when I'm in the X guard with my partner, the first concept I want to think about, let's go this way, is I want to always think about dominating the space in between my partner's knees. So I can't let him pinch his knees together or minimize this gap. I need to maximize the space so that I can make him take steps. I'm always looking to extend him and try and increase the space in between his knees to lower his level, but at the same time, break his stance a little bit. All right. It's going to make it harder for him to step out when he's stretched open like that. Another thing I always want to do is try and capture the second leg. So anytime I try and finish sweep from the X guard, I always look to control that secondary leg. The way that I can do that is by creating a push and a pull. And now I can capture that leg and I can knock my partner down and start to look to build up. Okay. Another thing I can do is try and put him on his knee. So if I can extend him and try and get his hands to the floor, I can now pull his foot off the floor and I can create this situation where his knee is on the floor. And this is where I can now start to pass the leg over, start to wrestle up to the back. I can start to pivot and look to enter leg attack positions. Okay. So I want to bring his knee to the floor and I want to bring his hands to the floor. So the way that I'm going to do that is start to extend to the side and slam his hamstring with my knee. So my leg is kind of rotating like this. And as he comes up, I'm going to be trying to off balance him in the other direction. So not only am I trying to bring his knee to the floor, his hands to the floor, but I have to use misdirection and sort of feel my partner so he's constantly off balance. I need him constantly uncomfortable so that he's never comfortable enough to begin his passing sequences, start shutting down my guard. And the last thing I want to talk about is elevation. So right now, if I ask Ethan to back step out of this position, it'd be very easy for him to do that because his 2 feet are planted on the floor. When his 2 feet are planted on the floor, he can choose to shift weight onto this leg, and now this leg is light and he can back step, right? He's in base. So I want to take control of his base. For me, I like to bring this foot on the near hip, and now I just start to elevate. So now, when his foot is on the floor like this, he's out of balance, and he's very, very uncomfortable here. So when he tries to move around and back step and do all that stuff, he's like hovering off the ground. And this is also going to make it very easy for me to do things like capture the second leg. So if I want that second leg and I can't grab it, one big thing I can do is elevate him, and usually that'll bring my partner's foot to me. So those basic concepts are increase the space in between your partner's knees, get your partner's hands to the floor, get your partner's knees to the floor, elevate your partner so that he's hovering on one leg, and move him around in different directions. So as he starts to stand up, I'm taking him backwards, trying to collect both legs, moving around, heisting up. Maybe he comes back up on top. As he comes up, I elevate, capture that leg. And I can move my partner around, start entering his legs, and get some sweeps.